The Declans were an expanding noble family within the social hierarchy of Absalom, owing much of their rise and fame to close ties with the nation of Cheliax. Led by powerful patriarch, the last leader of the family in Absalom was the esteemed Orias Decland, a bear of a man who tried to distance his family from their Chelexian relations. For many years, Orias was considered to be one of the more influential nobles in Absalom, a true proponent of the people. It was during one of these many periods when Absalom's relations with Cheliax were most strained that Orias was truly tested. Covertly asked by Chelish agents to turn over important documents relating to the defenses of the city, Orias found himself torn between loyalty to his home and to Cheliax, whose support and supported his family in the past had benefited from him or his family many times over the years. Despite the ramifications, Orias stood with his city and refused to give any plans to the Chell's forces. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Dice Before Dishonor podcast. We are in a bit of a review. Yes, I know the screen says War for the Crown, Part 2, Songbird, Scion, Saboteur, but this is some bonus content where I am running the players through, shall we say, a modified version of Pathfinder Society's Infernal Vault. As you may have already guessed from the last episode, instead of running into the mercenaries that was promised by the Pathfinder Society, you guys found bodies and now have descended into what you believe to be the beginnings of the vault itself. And when we left off, you guys had found some interesting remains. And it's time for some CSI. Kind of. Sort of. Yeah, pretty much. So, gentlemen, I believe it was Angelus that was forward on the walk, taking a knee. To re-describe the room very quickly, a 60-foot catwalk, stone, 10-foot wide, is kind of what you'd consider floor level, and then sunken down a good 10, 15 feet below floor level. To the left and to the right is a long set of receded chambers that step ladders, 2 10 feet away from your entrance and 2 10 feet away from a closed portcullis at the end of this catwalk, descend amongst all manner of goods, barrels, a ton of dust, broken weapons, and some strange objects here and there poking up out of the floor. Still, focusing on the gore in front of you, I don't think we got into any, shall we say, medicine checks, society checks, trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't believe so, no.
Well then. So we have some, well, pick a skill. How are you going about poking at this body, Mr. Angelus? And you two gentlemen in the back, what would you like to be doing while he's leaning down and pulling off his Miami CSI sunglasses?
I'm definitely just going to go bug Angelus. I'm a cleric myself, so I should know.
See if I recognize any markings on them or anything like that I could tie them to any organizations.
Okay. There's enough blood and gore for you to believe that it's some kind of body, but you don't think it's human. There's a literal thick puddle of sort of a muddy goo, like something melted, from what you can tell. Mr. Are we calling you Father Damasio? Damasio? Was it Vicar Damasio? We had a title for you, did we not?
I don't think we came up with a title, no.
I thought there was. We should do this while we're in the bonus episode. Is it Father Damasio? Is it Pedro? Was it Pedro? What do they call it?
Padre?
Starts with a P. Padre. They call you Padre. They call you Vicar. We have Vicar in another one, so any holy title I just thought would be good as opposed to.
I don't know. I'll have to think on that. Padre's not bad. Padre Damasio.
Padre Damasio. All right. Little lost. This seems currently out of your wheelhouse, from what you can tell. Elric, you come over to bug him, but can't help peek over the corner. Both you and Angelus are looking at this gore, and best you can tell, it's inhuman, and perhaps did something to a human, like it bled a human or ate a human or something, because there's some human blood, but it doesn't seem to line up with the big puddle that's on it and around it. You know what I mean? Perhaps a human was attacked, bled some, defeated whatever the hell this goo was, and got away.
Any way to identify what this goo thing is? Any roll?
Sure. Arcane Occult. In the tower, if you please. Maybe even religion. Those are the three big ones for what kind of monster is it, right? If you're trained in any of those three.
I feel like religion's stretching it, so we'll do arcane.
Okay. I will say that Angelus, you believe that this is probably the product of a summoning. And Elric, not only a summoning, but having a little bit more, shall we say, oomph to your skill roll, a demon that was killed, and some of it's, instead of just poofing away, something to do with the summons, or a lot of its physical body was just destroyed. Like its natural state has just fallen into gore. Like a mud demon, or some kind of shit demon, or some kind of, ectoplasmic demon, and this is what's left of it. But you're pretty sure you're looking at some kind of demonic residue from a summons, and Angelus, you can deduce with your roll this was definitely some kind of poof, aha, fight for me, monster. You have been summoned, but what the hell it is, not too sure.
I'm detecting some sort of extraplanar energy.
Elric will move up, covering his face with a handkerchief, and poke the viscera with his light mace and go, "It's some sort of demonic demon presence. It looks like it's mostly gone, but its leftover viscera as it went back to its original plane has stayed. I don't feel like it was meant to be kind to the people around here."
I don't know what any of this is, but it's not beautiful.
I gotta say, on cue, that's the straight up best. Here's the information, and each of you went, I know what this is. I really know what this is. I don't know crap.
I will do a detect magic ping. Should pretty much
Okay.
catch the whole room. 30-foot emanation.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ping. Anything light up? Or do I detect any magic, I should say?
Do you sense magic here? Believe. May. Just might. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Look for treasure, look for treasure. Ah, yes. Hey, we were supposed to play something else tonight. Now I'm desperately reading crap. Give me a break. You do, on the north side of the room, you detect faint enchantment magic. Hey, that's not my ping. Just for the audience, right? I will say, like, from that point north of you and over a bit to the east, I'll say, like over there, you detect the presence of magic. Besides
I
the
sense
huge
a disturbance in the force.
Yes.
Gentlemen, spread out. Look for totems, inscriptions. See if we can find a source of this summoning. And I'll head to where I detected magic.
All right.
And do some searching.
You want to leap down on the crates? You want to take a rickety step
I will
ladder?
climb the ladder, sir.
Okay. Which one?
Would you like, where's
the one in front of you or the one behind you?
There it is. This one.
Okay, so the one behind you. All right.
Yeah, the one that was closest.
A base athletics, but it's more of the, like, this ladder looks old, weathered, you know. I wouldn't say it's falling apart, but it's definitely one of those, hey, we come to the old farmhouse and like go down this old wooden rung ladder. It's like
12.
Yeah, you're okay. It creaks and groans, but still manages to stay unrotted enough to hold your delicate weight. You plop down on the floor and start shuffling about, trying to home in on your spell. What are you boys doing up here?
And I'll just throw a perception out there for a search.
Elric would do the opposite ladder to
Okay.
Angelus.
Athletics?
Same roll.
Yep. Same thing. These ladders they've been down here forever. Now the dry air, quasi-damp, has, you know, preserved them well enough. It's like Padres just leaping off into the...
I'm going down, following Angelus. I see a mirror over there, and I would love to take a look at that.
I love it. A character, instead of the DM getting the name wrong, just every time he calls you guys by name, it's slightly different. Hey, Angelus. Hey, Angelo. Hey. That'd be a good shtick. Just to timestamp this, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Matt is revamping a secondary character from the first season that he played a little bit of Dice for Dishonor. This is a brand new character for Drew. He's trying to get his feet under him, and this bonus content is being recorded. It may not be aired till after parts of Season 2 go up. This is definitely being recorded before Season 2 gets, you know, recorded and aired. So if you're wondering why we're just kind of getting our feet wet. All right. So, perceptions all around. Angelus, I have yours already as you guys start searching around. It would seem, as you search through the moldy crates and barrels and the pile of rugs and bearskins in one corner at the bottom of that ladder, if you go to the other way, most of the family wealth looks like it's been hauled away. There's that proverbial, I wouldn't say dust marks, but have you ever taken like a skid pallet that are painted in like a receiving area, and then you scorch the concrete and it's like a week old or a month old, even a year old? It's faded, but it's there, but it's not part of the original. Like there's barrel scrape marks and stuff on the ground saying like, you know, somebody took a lot of stuff out of there in the past years or, you know, decade ago, and there's still some markings with fresh dust, but there's gouges and scratches that are, you know, old, but not, you know, like something was supposed to be here and got hauled away. Oh well, so much for striking it rich on our first mission, boys. And then there's a lever. Elric finds one practically at the bottom of his ladder. An actual encasing raised slot in the floor with a cronk pull the lever kind of lever sticking out of the floor on the angle leaning to the right or leaning heavy to the east, as if you would just use leverage. This thing comes up to like your knee or your waist, and you would just kind of crank it all the way over. You know, it's the proverbial 45, 60 degree angle all the way over to the other, like ding. Okay. Making your way slowly around. Elric, there's another one at the other end. Angelus, homing in on your ping, just inside your north pile. You find a bundle wrapped up in a country's flag. Can I have a social? Padre, if you wish to pass Angelus and continue to search, or you want to stay right on a 6?
I will pass him by.
Okay. At the far end, you actually find a lever described much the same, not knowing that Elric found one, too, but you find a lever exactly like I described for Elric a moment ago. Society, trained. This is an Andorian flag. For those of you that don't know, we are in the Inner Sea region, and in the middle of the Inner Sea is a giant island of Korthos, with a giant city called Absalon that we are currently in. To our northeast, taking up that chunk of coastline, is Taldor. Next to it is, I want to say Andor, but it blew up. The Andorian country, and then Cheliax, which is kind of evil, bridges out, those 1, 2, 3 countries above you, right? I would compare the culture to sort of a colonial America. We're free of the bigger country because they split off from Taldor, and they want to change everything, and they have the Silver Knights, and they're really big on liberty and freedom. They have like the big Liberty Freedom logo and everything they do and say. And it is that flag that you are looking at now. Sorry, the flag of Andoran. And the knights I refer to are called the Eagle Knights. This crest flag is the proverbial pointed at the bottom shield with a blue field on the backside, black on the right, laced together in a pattern up the middle with a golden eagle, head down, wings splayed, in its right talon holding a branch, in its left holding the crosspiece of a sword with the sword angled back behind it. That is the Andorian flag. Ripped, torn, not on fire, don't worry. No blasphemy here. But wrapped around a bundle. What do?
Unbundle it.
Okay. The
What
bundle.
is inside?
The bundle. Turns out to be a scabbard. Old, worn, tooled leather. Not fancy. Just very, very plain. Like very generic scabbard. But inside, can I have a crafting check?
I am not trained in that, but there you go.
Okay. Hey, you know a nice looking blade when you see it. Whether it's masterwork and quality, you're not sure, but you find a short sword.
Ooh.
And it has some filigree, some, so we say, political markings on it, and it seems to be decent quality, and it is the source of your enchantment.
Just let out a low whistle.
Okay. As you...
Seems like I found some treasure they left behind.
Ah.
What
Then
did you
realize-
guys find? And I shout so that Markov can hear me as well. Or just like I don't shout, but I raise my voice enough that he can hear.
A lever.
Grunk,
Side.
pull the lever!
I pull the lever.
Can't help it. Right? Elric's already on his second lever. And 2 and 3. Hey guys, something's gonna happen soon. Just he's just racing around the room. I will say one last thing about the blade. You flip it over, and it has rusted along one side and along one edge. Whether it's because of the crappy scabbard it was in, or it just saw too much weathered use and someone just quickly put it away, stashed it here, and forgot about it. It still radiates faint magic, but the sword itself is old, rusted, and probably would suffer a slight penalty to damage when you used it because it is not, brought up to snuff. Did you want to show it to your fellows? There's a few markings on it.
Yeah, I will.
Make them feel relevant. Hey guys,
Yep.
check this out.
Wall in
Make
my
of
way to
this,
look at it.
Damascus.
Yeah. Elric, are you still over there searching and pulling levers, or you come to the summons? It's all right, busy pulling levers.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna first continue, make sure everything's searched on this side, and then I'll go check
Okay.
out the runes on the sword or the etchings.
All right. Broken this, like, you guys see the picture. There's a table and there's barrels, but like I said, there's some this and that, as it were. There's some supplies worth kind of keeping in here, not necessarily worth hauling away. Now everything is just thrift value or less. There's a broken, smashed mirror that fell over back here, and just on and on. There's a mirror over here, some chests, basin that's a bit rusted, and a lot of it is just the quality of just age has rendered foodstuffs or materials just not worth your time. Elric, you finally appear. These guys are oogling a blade. Society, gentlemen. Angelus and Society from Padre Damasio.
It is quite exquisite.
Ah, yes. It is Damasio this time. The crown. Very pointed tangs of a top of a crown and a lion etched into the top of the blade ever so lightly really point out that it's from, or was crafted in, or was perhaps carried by a knight, or worse, of Taldor, the neighboring country to Andorian, on and on and on and on.
Well, this looks to be from Taldor.
I'm glad you guys are giving me big pauses that I can put in some music like dun dun dun. Old masterwork magical Taldan blade wrapped in an Andorian flag. I think there's a political story here. Toss. Right. Back at it then, guys.
Let Markov have a look, and after he's done his analysis, wrap it up and stuff it into my backo pack.
Crafting, from I want to say Pedro. Sorry, from Padre or Mr. Markov. Yes, Elric. This blade, there's 101 ways to make a short sword, okay? This short sword is designed to be lightweight. It is the smallest possible short sword that you make technically a short sword and not a really long dagger. Okay? So it's built for speed, lightweight, concealability. Couple of, right? Not so overt, but the crosspiece is as small as you can get, but still functional. The blade is as thin as you can get, not as long as you can. Like, all these little signs hint that possibly this could be a serious backup, but much lighter weapon for a very heavily armored person, or like a third weapon, or the weapon of an assassin. Big enough to do serious damage to somebody, as opposed to just a dagger, but very lightweight, concealable, something you carry just off a shoulder, small of your back, something that's not so cumbersome.
Elric will relay that to them. It's a sword more likely to be used in espionage or spying. Most likely is kept to be concealed along someone's body so you wouldn't know that they have it. Makes sense that a Taldor blade in this part of the land would want to be kept secret.
Interesting. Well, what did you find in your alcove, Markov?
Many a lever, but nothing else of value. And I didn't feel like pulling random levers was going to prolong our lives in this dank, dark place.
How many levers did you find?
2.
Interesting.
As we stand
Well.
amongst a third, talking about a
Yep.
Taldorian blade wrapped in an Andorian flag in a Chalaxian family vault.
There's a joke there that I'm not getting. And they walk into a bar.
No. Just, ooh, the intrigue. But
Oh, come now, Markov. Where's your sense of adventure? Damascius, you man this one, and I'll go climb the ladder.
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking?
And once I get to the top, come on, Markov.
Oh, this is going to end poorly.
Markov, you actually owe me an athletics roll from the last time. I just kind of teleported you over there. While role-playing, I can move about the map freely. No rolls required. Well, now that you're...
Didn't break my ankles. Feeling confident.
There you go.
Would someone like to count us down to pull these?
On Damasio. 1, 2, Damasio.
We all throw the lever.
Wait, what? Was that 1, 2, 3 Damasio? 1, 2 Damasio. So he pulls his obviously way too early, and we're all like, what? Luckily, whether in order or not, a distinctive click, but not locked into place, like, oh no, I'll never get it back kind of thing. 1, click. 2, click, thunk. 3, click, thunk, and you guys actually hear the portcullis rattle. Now, it was closed. You don't hear it going open, but you definitely feel and hear that something shifted in the wall near the portcullis. The portcullis itself vibrated. By the time you guys got all 3 levers thrown, what do you do?
Back up the ladder.
I know.
A lot of walking
yeah,
this adventure. Poor Markov, right?
Investigate.
Short legs.
Oh, God. This is what I was waiting
Natural
for.
Natural 1. He gets halfway up the ladder, and it breaks, and he slips and falls. Luckily, it's over 5 feet, half your distance, blah, blah, blah. So the only thing that you find wounded at this moment is your pride as you go sliding down and either just sort of bang a shin and go hopping to one side or end up on your butt.
Oh, he's totally ass over tea kettle, just laying on the ground for half a second. Just why? Why is this happening to me?
Well, that ladder's ruined. The whole right side just sort of starts leaning and skittering away from you down along the wall, and the other left half remains in place. You just watch the thing just fall over.
Well, they'll know that we've been here. It's not like we can hide that. Let's move me over to the other ladder.
Okay.
Roll again.
You guys want to load a rope for this guy? Elric the Athletic. Parkour. You know, if you say that out loud when you're climbing, you get a +1 to your roll.
At least I made it up okay.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank you. You guys.
It's even worse. We said +1, not -1. Oh, I see it now. Okay, no, it's the same roll. All right. You're okay with 12-ish. Up he goes. Upon investigating the portcullis itself, it seems to have come loose. Kind of like how a gate can rattle inside of its lock because the lock isn't completely flush to the pins. So you can rattle the gate and it shimmies around inside of its holding. Okay. Not sure because we never really investigated this portcullis earlier, but you guys can kind of lift it that proverbial 1/4 inch before it, hit something, right?
Hmm.
But the rattling noise that you're making while shaking this thing, regardless of traps and your own safety, because I said you are, is the same similar noise that you guys heard on its own.
Yeah. Perhaps it's a combination. Maybe we must throw the switches in a certain order to open it.
That, or you just have to lift it. Maybe it just doesn't have the mechanism to go up anymore.
+0.
I don't want to go back down the ladders. Don't make me.
What, with your -2?
You don't know these numbers. What are you talking about?
I will man the portcullis, he says. You guys continue playing with levers.
I have
Yeah,
a lovely...
I'll climb back down to the north one and...
Damascus will search around the portcullis. Maybe there's something of interest around there.
I love saying this to Drew. You don't seem to find a trap. Probably because you don't have that ability, but you don't seem to find a trap.
And I'll look to see if there's any, like, markings on the switches themselves or anything.
Sure, like something key-coded at the bottom.
Yeah.
You don't find any switches on the bottom.
Albert will point out that both levers on this side have a symmetrical one, so maybe those bear skins over there are hiding a different one.
Good point. It was Elric that said he thoroughly searched the bottom. You guys kind of got distracted with running to a lever and running to a sword. It's not like you guys had much time to toss this whole place.
So I'll go back over to those bearskin rugs and give them a kick around and see if I can find anything.
So for the audience, if you guys originally came down the spiral staircase 10 feet in, right, then 15 feet in, you see how symmetrically they've set up the ladders each side, and he's got a point. Not far from the ladder, closer to the wall, symmetrically are your 3 levers. And sure enough, Elric for the win, hiding under a mound of rugs and whatnot, you guys find a lever. But it's been pulled out. It's like laying on the ground, right? It would be kind of obvious poking up that high, like waist height, a big tent of bearskin, right? So there's just kind of a mound, and there's that floor piece that sticks up the proverbial 4 inches, right? It would appear that the lever has been dismantled, possibly broken. Kind of a crafting check, gentlemen. Or, sorry, I'm assuming Angelus tells everybody, hey.
That I do.
Okay.
And, sure, I'll give you my unmodded, untrained.
Yeah, does anyone actually have training in crafting?
Check.
I do.
Okay.
I like to make beautiful things.
All right. Padre, you make pottery, because it starts with a P. Could you possibly ponder the crafting of this? What? That was good. Matt's just shaking his head at me. It's been 30 minutes since my last dad joke. All right. Padre, lucky enough, it would seem that although this has been pulled apart, like snapped off or whatever, you might be able, just because the bottom of the wood has a slot in it, if you're careful, you might be able just to gently slot it back in. And even though it won't be fastened to the mooring, you might be able to get it back in place enough for, just to kick over the lever and have the winch turn. If you're careful.
All right.
So now it comes down to a matter of dexterity, strength, or wisdom, intuition for this sort of blindly feeling about. I mean, you can shine a light spell down there, or your cell phone light usually has it. Yeah.
Oh, it's true.
It's true? Okay, so there you go.
see.
It's canon. Padre pulls out his cell phone, pushes a button, the light shines. What's that? It's something I made. Don't worry about it.
It's just like a little metal shell or something that I cast light on.
I got a light on. The future, these are going to be popular.
Why is it rectangular? I don't know.
Why Why does he talk to it in the corner? Like, holds up a hand like he's on some important conference call. All right. How do you want to go about this, gentlemen?
Would somebody like to give me a hand and see if we can slide this in gently? I'm thinking acrobatics for myself to just kind of finesse it in to the right angle.
Thinking buy Angelus dinner and see what happens, but yeah, sure.
Damascus, I thought you'd never ask. And I'll bend over and grab the shaft.
What's
25.
My heavens.
Oh my, yeah. What's that song? Do a couple shots and see where the night goes? Yeah. It's bad because I literally placed, like, I've got you guys in sort of a circle jerk formation. The three of you are flanking on three sides this shaft, and you guys are all like, dun, 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 hand over, hand over, hand over top. All right, grab a bat.
Romantically on some bearskin rugs. Oh.
How Rick's doing snow angels on the rugs. I'm ready for you guys. I want to help too. All right, enough of that.
To guide
Sorry.
my hand.
Oh, yes. Oh, dude. But we forbid hero points for really, really, really good bad jokes. We gotta start something. I don't know, like joke points or something. You need like 10 to get a hero point, but like I'd like you guys to roleplay, and I'm sorry about the tangents. We are here to have a good time, entertain you. Don't get me wrong. The jokes are never gonna stop coming, but I'm so worried to reward you guys with something to lean in, because then I'll know you guys will just be like, forget XP. Let's just collect these.
Tally them all at the end of the campaign, and whoever has the most gets like a little trophy or a little like piece of paper saying you did good job.
Gets a restraining order from the country. You have offended our women. You have ostracized our businessmen. You know, kicked out of every tavern. You win. All right. It's just like it's a trophy of a guy in a stockade, like with the little hands in his head through, like it's a little trophy that says like this little dude on it, you know. The the Crass Award. Anyway, yes. Not even gonna ask for rolls because I'm afraid it'll happen next. You guys ease the lever over with teamwork, and with a sinking clunk in the wall, the portcullis starts making that chain feed noise. And to your delight, racing up the ladder, shoving Elric back down it. You guys find the portcullis at the end of the catwalk opens. And you're free of this place to descend deeper. For beyond the portcullis lies a spiral staircase that goes down again. Who's first? Only 5 foot wide, you know, kind of narrow actually. It's one of those staircases that you could literally put your hands up on each wall without having to put them so wide. And it's a very steep sort of stone staircase that spirals down.
What do we got going on for a light source?
Well, I've got my fancy dancy rectangular light.
It's a seashell that he carved into the like cell phone case shape, and it lights up on one corner.
Because I've got low light, but I do not have dark vision. So,
well, the light spell can be cast several times, or cantrip, so I could cast it on something of yours as well.
Does the first one wink out? Like it's several times a day, but doesn't the first source wink out when you recast it?
Let's see.
You could do cantrips all day long, but if you make multiple lights, I think the previous one disappears.
I think you can do multiples now.
Did they change it?
Yeah, in Pathfinder 2E, they changed it.
Okay. Just to be sure.
I think it's 4, if I remember right, but
I don't have it.
Let's see. Light, cantrip.
You got a torch?
Elric does.
You can have 4 lights active, and if you try to do a 5th one, the first one extinguishes.
Okay. Orb of bright light, 20-foot radius, and then dim light for 20, which means someone with low light vision would actually get 40-foot radius and dim for like 80, because it doubles everything. Where Padre, who I believe is human, yes?
Quite human.
Yeah. And Angelus is an Azamar, are you not? Azamir? No, there's a new name for it. You're a
Yeah, I think it's called like Nephilim.
Nephilim. That does not sound holy and nice, does it?
No, it sounds like a
I'm a
slur.
Nephilim.
Jeez.
I know, like, I'm a Nephilim. There's a cream you can get prescription for that, I'm sure. You know,
You
like,
guys
what?
gonna beat me up on the streets for saying that too loud.
You can't
What you
say
call
that
me?
word. That's my word. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, little. Yeah, no,
Nephilim.
not going there. I know. It's just. It does. It does. It's something. Yeah, like racist elephant. What Nephilim? All right. And you can make the orb of light a certain color, like a pale blue or bright light, or like have a red light. You know.
Oh, right.
Is it-
That's right. I don't need light. I think I glow. Yep.
You have a
I
halo.
have a halo
It glows.
that
And
glows.
is it like? Is it always
It's
there, and you just
equal
make
to
it
the
bright?
equal to the divine light cantrip.
Okay, so does it appear and glow, or is it just faintly there like an LED and then glows and
I can
brightens and
suppress it.
shitlights? Yeah.
I think it's always there and it glows.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Unless I put effort into suppressing it.
You should sell cars. Like, who's not going to believe the guy with a halo? It only had 20,000 clicks.
So I do not need
promise.
the light spell.
All right, but you
Turn
are
the
a
halo
walk.
up, and then
Yeah, I
start
know, but-
climbing down the
But
stairs.
you could shut it off, though. Very important that you can shut that off, because it's like, you know. This guy got into espionage and stealth missions? Who the hell trained this guy? He's got this freaking light bulb on his head. No one would ever think the guy with the halo to be doing something wrong in the back of our business. No, can't be the saboteur, right? All right. Well, now that we've cleared up that basic cantrip, but good to know, is we are trying to relearn from Legacy Pathfinder 2nd Edition to the remastered. I thought it was called Revised, but they're calling it remastered now. That's a whole bunch of editing on former blogs and things I need to do. So,
Tomato.
yep. Who's first down the stair, Mr. Tomato? What's our
Me.
marching order?
I'm
Yeah?
first.
Yeah, the human
Very
glow
brave
stick
of
can go first.
Yeah, the glow stick. Shove. All right. Awesome. Very well. Let us pull. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. I think we got enough for this whole thing. Oh, sorry. 1 second. I believe I need to make this very carefully. Very careful. Boop. There we go. Scrolling down. This is a map that is all on one map. They just have arrows going, and this staircase links to this staircase, and this staircase links to this staircase, and it's kind of neat. You're like, all right. As you see here, dropping a good 60 feet into the ground, the stairwell just goes on and on and on.
Can you reshare the map? Oh, it's on this same map. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see.
You just scroll down. Scroll down, good sir, and all will become known.
Something tells me there might be some trouble here with those red squares on the map.
Oh, no. Okay, it might be a DM version, but don't worry. Who's next? You're still halfway up the stairway. You see nothing. No, but seriously, who's behind?
Father Padre, shove.
He's not gonna. He's taking my ladder joke against you guys. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I teased Jack, and now you guys have to suffer for it. All right. Let us discuss what we see next. This long hallway stretches 60 feet east to west between two spiral staircases. The walls of this hallway contain deep notches and cut at 5-foot intervals. As you can see here, I can reveal now. Boop. So, and a lever lies in the down position beside the western staircase. Skeletal remains litter the floor, and among them rests the recently slain corpse of an elf, his arms torn off and lay several feet from the body. As well, there is blood on the floor in a 10-foot area where this guy lost his arms, and 10 feet away from that area again, and there is an actual depression in the floor. Like the weight of these bodies are still holding down a stone slab trigger trap. Right? So because no one bothered moving the body or resetting, it's kind of obvious what happened here. Hence the dotted line going, you guys see the blood that they've got on there. What do you do?
Who feels confident in disarming that trap up there? That is quite obvious. I believe in you.
Don't look at me. That's not part of my wheelhouse. But I tell you what, this we can do. What are your races?
Halfling.
Human.
I thought Drew was going to say, yes, I'm definitely racist. What?
Oh, I'm Damasio.
I'm Damasio. He's his own thing.
I will, how far does Mage Hand go? 30 feet? Can I get within 30 feet of that lever?
If you look very, very carefully, I'm going to ping this on the map. Do you guys actually see the lever on the bottom corner right here?
I
It's
do.
drawn
Yes.
on the actual map. Okay. So they say it's on the wall, but they draw it on the floor. It's supposed to be up on the wall in the down position. Okay.
Okay.
Our X, where the X marks the spot, is something you'll notice in a moment. Can I have perception while you guys watch him slowly make his way? So 10, 20, 30 feet from the lever puts you right on top of this elf body, stepping in that crevice.
Okay,
area.
so I won't step on the body yet. I'll stop and examine it
Okay.
to see if it can give me any hints as to how it became a corpse. Perception.
Father, I want to say Damascus. Father Damasio, did you want to step into the room so that the halfling can have a look?
Well, I suppose.
Even if he stays on the bottom of the stairs. Okay. Lots of bones, lots to take in. Very macabre scene. But halfway up the hallway, okay, some of the bones and whatnot actually, like the fresh-ish body, right, turns out to be not the only body. Where the X is, there's another guy, and he's tucked himself into the wall and like propped up a bone, and he's got some rags, like there's someone hiding there. But now that you're at this distance, looking over top of the pile of bones and trap that's in front of him, only then do you notice that his head is cricked terribly at a 90-degree angle, like a very unnatural angle to his shoulders. But you had to get much closer to like see, like, it's not like he's wearing a ghillie suit. Dude just got creative with like crap that was in the room, right? Or somebody has literally messed this guy up and just kicked him up against a wall. But his position where he's lying tight and looks like he was trying to hide on the floor, and then when somebody gets closer, maybe jump them or something. But somebody has decided to mess this guy up. Anyway, Angelus comes a little clearer to you when you get closer. You guys are way at the back. Don't notice that just yet. You just see Angelus taking a knee and checking out the body.
Yep. And I will signal them that they can move forward.
Okay.
If they would like to have a look.
Now, if you look very closely at the map, the adventure says his arms are ripped off. But if you look at the picture, his legs are ripped off. Which I think is hilarious because, like, you know, they just blah, blah, blah with limbs ripped off. And the artist goes, all right, there you go, Paizo. One elf, no limbs, right? And it's like, read the fine print.
Maybe his legs identify as arms. You don't know.
Oh, I just think that's really funny. How it's like they literally said his arms are ripped off, but this guy's legs are ripped off. Anyway, it's his arms.
Ulrich will try and squeeze past Father Damasius.
Okay. Head on up there. Sorry, Angelus, you were trying to find cause of death?
Yes, sir.
Massive blood loss from limb amputation. Something literally ripped off his limbs and dude's arteries just bled out.
Would you like me to try and deactivate the trap in front of you so you can get your hand thingy to the lever?
Angelus will back up and step aside.
All right, Ulrich, if you so wish it, you want to creep up and see what you can't do about this trap?
Yes, Ulrich will squeeze past Angelus and still keep him nice and close, though, for his halo for light, while he tries to deactivate the already either pressed pressure plate, whether it's to keep it pressed down so it won't activate again, or if he feels it's better to push it up and keep it deactivated that way.
So do you have trap finding abilities?
I have thievery and thieves' tools.
Okay. So you have the thievery skill,
Yes.
right? Do you have any rogue class in there?
I have
Archetype
the
of rogue?
rogue dedication.
Okay. And you're without a doubt the man for the job. Okay.
I'm assuming I
In
don't
the
have to
town-
find the trap since it's already quite obviously revealed with the skeleton.
You see the results, but I would actually, with a huge bonus or a lower DC, like you see the results, but finding the trigger or like maybe how to reset it kind of thing. So I still will take that perception. It's going to be way easier. And then a thievery roll for you to try to... Hey, you find a trap. Attack.
Yeah, but maybe it's pointing out where his legs, or not legs, it's supposed to be arms, got eviscerated from his body from a wall.
Ah, that's true. Okay. So, the old swinging axe trap, or a scythe coming out of the wall in those 5-foot groove spaced niches, right?
Yeah.
So dude literally lost limbs by, reaching out or something, and something just came swinging out of a wall, Indiana Jones style, and just cut off his limbs, and he fell. And if he had friends, they just left him there. Nasty. Okay, so if the plate wobbles, because the axe or scythe has gone by, right? You're not sure if it is a reset to come back or it's a one swing deal, right? This kind of stuff. So this is what you'd want to poke and play at. Is like, do you want to stay low? Nope, they come right down to a certain distance. Did you want to just keep extra weight? Here, Angel, stand here. Thank you. And then you pass, drag some debris on there, keep that down, or is this technically, depressed, but so tentative with the weight that you stepping on and off might actually just cause it to like push down and spring back up and reset on your first step. And then the second step, oh crap, something like this. Like it's very, Lots going on here. Now, the freebie was like, oh, there's a trap here, and this is how it works, as you described this. So, before I reveal your thievery roll for skill in disarming, for flavor, how would you possibly logically go about it?
Oh, Elric is definitely first trying to push it down to see if it clicks down even further, to see if this isn't all the way it goes down, and it will just click again, and the blade will swing back. If that's not it, if there's a way to leverage it back up, a way to wedge it so it stays completely down. He's trying to see if there's any more material to push on top of it. It's a lot of trial and error and just little things. Maybe there's just an obvious thing along the lip that he can push out with his thievery tools and it won't click the trap anymore.
Pedro, interesting how in your mind, you picture an elf kneeling on the square ahead of Elric, back in time, leaning forward past the niches, and possibly pushing on that square with his arms outstretched, and a scythe goes by and takes off those arms. And now, one square back, behind the body, and then, of course, the body, falls backwards, and he dies, right? There's Elric kind of doing the same thing. Wonder if history's going to repeat itself.
I'm a halfling. It'll go right over me. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. After testing, you believe that the trap is sprung and that you guys should be able to cross here without too much concern. The body and everything's clicked over and, should be good.
No other way to give us a little bit more confidence by wedging something
weight
down?
Sure. Add weight. Sure.
Looks like there's debris behind us.
Yep, and like I said, thieves' tools do come with little tricks of the trade, not just all lockpicks, but little chevrons or pitons. There's always little things in the kit to perform these, right? So
yeah, a little wedge. Just
doing a little bit of a tamp with a little tiny. He's got the little tiny mallet and the little tiny metal or wooden. Looks like a fat triangle, right? And he just puts in the shiv, right?
Yeah, the
there
wedge.
You go. Yeah. Okay. So let the man work, and voila! Elric stands up and declares this zone safe.
I believe our stunned friend is now back with us, and I'll push in Jealous to go, it's completely safe. You first and get your hand trick done.
So I'll take the step forward.
Okay.
And I will send my mage hand down the hallway to flip that lever and see if I hear anything.
Okay. Now, for some reason, maybe just because you're a bard, right? Picture a jazz white glove. And yeah, it's the hand is just doing a flip snap as it floats down the hallway. Little finger back and forth like it's on a visible keyboard, right? Finds the lever, starts examining it with right. So
bardic precision.
Yeah, bardic precision.
So mage hand is
the new one. People are like, what the hell? Why are they talking about such a simple spell? No,
you create a single magical hand, either invisible or ghost-like, that grasps the target object and moves it slowly up to 20 feet. Because you're levitating the object, you can move it in any direction. When you sustain the spell, you can move an additional 20 feet. If it's in the air, when the spell ends, the object falls.
Okay. How much weight can you pick up?
Light bulk or less.
Okay.
No, sorry, my bad. It's heightened to third, so I can do a bulk of 1 or less.
Okay, because that's what you would need. So, some low-level schmo wizard can't knock this off, but you are powerful enough because you guys are 4th level, right? Aha! So, at first, you have to sort of channel more of your persona, occult, bardic energy into it to give that a big reef. And you click the lever forward, and you guys hear from the lever all the way coming along towards you click, clunk, 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 click, clunk, 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 all in the walls, in the holes. You know? Now, luckily, you're each standing in between the spaces, right? And little puffs of dust, you know, kind of come out, but no size, no swinging axes or whatever. And you kind of get what you feel to be sort of a shutting and locking kind of clunk, not a click, release, pull back, tension, spring kind of sound, right? As if this has kind of locked it all down.
I suspect that may have done it. Wish me luck, gentlemen. And I'll start striding forward. Maybe very nervously.
I have all the faith in you, as I'm all the way in the back.
Oh, you want me to check to see if it's safe first?
I'm already moving forward.
Brave Sir Robin.
I'll
Howard's right as heels.
stop
Are you sure?
Are
you sure?
I'll stop at the body that looked like someone was kind of hiding. And
Well, the big
examine
X's on
it.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Rags, Debris, he actually has dulled, grayish, dusty clothing on, where he's cleverly camouflaged himself with, and it's actual like a powder. Like he didn't just roll around in the dirt to pick up the color that's nearby. Something has been applied to this man's clothing, like a very medieval ghillie suit or early camouflage, where the browns and blacks of leathers have been muted into sort of a stonish gray with sort of a pasty powder to make it look not like a
Run
person.
my fingers along the armor and.
Urban camo, right? Yeah.
Speaking of espionage, gentlemen, is there anything of interest?
His armor itself is intact and would be considered camouflage armor, and in an urban setting, a shadowy stone urban setting, you could actually get bonuses to stealth if one were to don this armor and run around with it, as long as you don't mind robbing a dead man. That being said, look at the terrible bruising on his neck. Look how his chin and his forehead are 90 degrees to his shoulders. Yeah, Elric was right. Earlier, Jack was making broken neck motions with his head. Yeah, got it in one. Right? It would appear that somebody came up behind him or got in front of him, and before he would react, just like swiftly and broke his neck. This is not a small guy. This human is actually kind of a big dude. The kind of guy that would carry a heavy crossbow as opposed to a light crossbow just because he could. You know, this is a Merrick the Mercenary-sized dude. And again, because he's actually too big, using that to his advantage, at a glance, the human brain would say, not a person, too bulky. You know. He even has, like, the poltrons on his shoulder armor, even though they're leather, they're squared at right angles. Again, little subtle things to just make him look boxy and not a person. Very cool armor.
Yep. Well, it'd be a shame to leave this down here. And I will collect the armor and stash it in the pack.
Good luck
All right.
unwedging that lug out of that alcove. Ugh.
You stand there for 10 minutes while he disrobes this guy.
Eaves him
Yeah,
out
not
of there.
10. You know, for some reason, well, we won't get into it, Angelus deftly undresses the man. Like he had experience, like he was some kind of butler. Yeah, we'll go with that. Like as if Angelus formerly had this butler or valet, personal, you know, maybe he was a servant, seemed very, very deft at undressing another person swiftly and folding the clothes. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sure.
No, he's a fashionista.
No,
He's a
squire.
fashionista. I used to be a tailor. Like, was it Garrick from Deep Space Nine? I'm just a tailor, and he was like the spy. Spy guy.
Yeah, for the Kardashians. No, Cardassians.
Cardassians. Well, they could be. Just saying. All right, gentlemen. It appears you guys are swiftly falling into rank. Angelus, Elric,
Disrobe the dude.
Petra. Yep.
And you know what? Might as well take the time because I can to do a little ping to see if it's magic. The armor.
Okay.
Ping.
Okay. No, it's not.
Okay.
But it does give a +2 to stealth rolls. It's sort of gear. It's like a cosmetic,
Yep.
modified gear. Now I don't have a version. This is written for first edition. I don't have a second edition version. So what you might put is make a note of an item and say that it is leather armor, urban camo that gives a +2 circumstance or gear. What's the gear bonus?
Equipment
Is it
bonus.
Circumstance? Equipment bonus. Thank you.
yeah.
+2 equipment bonus to stealth. That will stack with other stuff. And you guys rush for the new staircase, right? Yay!
Yep.
Let's
I'll take
get
lead.
on with it.
Head on down.
All right. Our next staircase, again, drops a dramatic distance into the ground, my good fellows. And this staircase, although surrounded by stone, suddenly becomes, in the last 15 feet, a railing. And the stone turns from the ceiling into embedded steel. So imagine a spiral staircase that goes from floor to ceiling, and then there's just a hole in the ceiling where somebody has cut into the ceiling and secured that first step in stone. So you guys drop like 45 feet, and then the last 15, your staircase suddenly becomes an open spiral stone staircase.
So as soon as my head gets clear of the opening,
Yeah.
and I start shining my Nephilimic light, I will look before I descend the remaining 10 feet.
Hello? Any racists in here? No, you're good. Okay.
Just making sure I'm not going to walk into a floor
Sure.
full of lava or whatever, but I'm looking
I shall describe
What do
what
I
you
see?
see. A perpetual thick gray fog covers the floor of this ancient stone room to the height of 6 inches. So I can show you the whole room because the fog is like the proverbial dry ice stage fog.
Okay.
6 inches off the floor, and yes, mostly in the center of the room, and sort of getting thinner as it gets out to the staircase, but still wisps touching said staircase, right?
Oh my, that's not ominous at all.
Oh yes, it gets better. 4 alcoves extend from small circular center. The north and south alcoves are lined with ceremonial slabs on which rest skeletal bodies garbed in old finery. The west alcove contains a single spiral staircase that you guys are descending, and the east alcove contains only a simple wooden door on the back of the east wall. I will show this now. What do you do?
Well, I will continue to the bottom of the staircase, step off to the side to make room for my buddies to get out, and I will reach into my pack, pull out a torch, and light it.
Okay. Because burn it with fire is a thing, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Burn it with fire. Definitely also. Yeah. Spooky.
Yeah, me no like.
Ignore.
So yeah, I'll sheathe my rapier and kind of, give a little practice swing with the torch as these guys are coming down the rest of the way.
Okay.
Kind of, when they settle down, point towards the fog. There's something unnatural down here. And then move into the center of the room.
I could agree more.
You guys backing them up here?
Oh, of course.
Okay. With Angelus dead center, Elric directly behind him, and a step to the north, behind and off of his shoulder. a human cleric. The hair goes up on the back of your neck. Elric, your feet begin to tingle as a unholy supernatural presence becomes known to you as you approach the center of this room. Being of the clerical divine ilk, I choose to warn you first. It's just a feeling. Can I have perceptions in the tower, gentlemen? As a matter of fact, shall we roll perception on the main page?
Ooh, that was a good roll. 17 for a 26.
21 for Damascus.
Elric?
16 for a 29.
Okay. First, the keen-sighted, keen-eared, and ever paranoid Elric the Mercenary. You were the first to notice that the finery-covered skeletons, some of them are moving as if a leg is swinging out and a head is lifting and the hips are swinging off the burial bears, and several of the skeletons slowly get up from prone and step off their burial places, and we will see you all next time.
Dun, 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 dun.